Today we're going to be talking about setting SMART goals. SMART, of course, stands for specific, measurable, actions, required, and timed. So the first thing you want to do is set something specific. You just want to make sure that your goal is clear as possible and is easy to visualize all the way through, so that you see what it's like living with this goal accomplished. It's not enough to say, I simply want to lose weight, but how much? And how will it improve your life? For example, I want to lose 20 pounds to have more energy to play with the kids, to be more attractive to a potential partner, or to just have more confidence in everyday life. Whatever it is that you want, make sure you see it all the way through. And then once you have a good grasp on it, go ahead and write out your goal. There's a chart included with your workbook that shows you a couple of options that are pretty common amongst people. So make sure that you look at it and figure out why you want that and how it'll improve your life. Now the next step is to have a way of measuring your progress. You want to make sure that what you're doing is actually working. There's a couple of options here. And again, follow along with your workbook and you'll see that there are four main areas. There are objective, physiological, right? That's just something that you can quantify, like stepping on a weight scale gives you a direct number. There's objective, physiological, which is I feel less pain. You can't really write that down and it changes all the time. So it's not really a good tactic, but you will see improvements in all of these. There's objective psychological. This is things like your mood improving. Again, not quantifiable, but it'll be awesome when you feel way more confident and happy in everyday life just by changing up your diet and workout plan. And the last one is about social and behavior. So you'll notice people look at you differently. You'll feel more confident in situations. So it'll also improve your social aspect. For this course, we're going to be sticking with objective. Things like weight scales, right? Easy to see. Go to the bathroom every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Step on the weight scale, gives you a number. You can feel confident whether it's working, or you can change up your plan if it's not. Another great option is the tape measure. There's a chart here. This kind of shows you where to put the tape measure. There's a couple of other things like body fat percentage, things like that that you can check, but you need to make sure that you go to a practitioner of it, someone who knows what they're doing. If your goal is just focused on health and you want to do this diet just to simply lower your cholesterol or lower your blood pressure, you're going to want to work with your doctor on this one. They can send you for blood and all that stuff, so you'll have a professional helping you along the way. Another option is if you're trying to increase your energy, you may want to look into just measuring your VO2 max. There's a lot of great YouTube videos on it. There's an explanation in the course, but I would go to a professional and let them check this. They hook you up to all these machines, make you run on a treadmill. It's a lot more accurate. Some fitness trackers also have it. I don't know how accurate it is. Most people say that it's not. So look around. But what you want to do is find something that works for you. How can you track your progress? How do you know what you're doing is working? You want to make sure that you find something that you feel comfortable using and understand how frequently you should check it. If you're stepping on a weight scale, it should be the same time, same day, every week, and not have any other factors in place, like how much water you drink, things like that, how much sleep you had. It'll change a bit, but it's pretty good to stick with for beginners. The tape measure is my favorite. I feel like it gives you a better grip on how you're doing for body composition goals. But again, play around, see what works for you. Tape measure, I would do every 2 weeks. All right, so the next step is your actions. As you can see here, here's a big chart of a lot of options you have to choose these and implement them into your life. As you can see, there's three main categories here. There's fitness, there's nutrition, and there's rest and recovery. Each of these are extremely important. So to start off, I would pick up to 3, no more than 3. It's too much to handle. Just try to make a couple of these a goal. Try to make a couple of these a daily habit, and you'll already start seeing improvements. With actions, the smallest steps actually lead to the biggest results. So pick 1 to 3 of each of these categories. Write them down and see how you can implement them in your life. And I like to follow an 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time I follow this pattern, 20% of the time I don't. If I'm there for a birthday party, then I'm probably going to have a slice of cake, right? But then again, that's my goal. My goal isn't to be in perfect body composition, to have six-pack abs, and right. I don't really want to live that lifestyle. It's too hard for me. I definitely enjoy living life more than I like looking perfect. So everyone has different goals. So that's where you'll have to understand what actions it takes, and that leads us to our next one. Why? Why is this important to you? Why will this make your life better? Why is this required of you? And why now? I want you to look at 5 years from now. Let's say you've accomplished this goal. How will it improve? What would be better? You'll feel more attractive, more confident. You'll have more energy. You're less likely to suffer with disease and illness. Whatever that is, really think it through and think of what excites you. A lot of times when I'm training people, I find that the biggest motivator is they want to be attractive, right? They think it'll bring them that ideal partner. And it's not the weight loss that'll bring it to you. It's actually the confidence and the emotional improvement that you'll see. Because most people want to be around happy, fun-loving people who are confident. So this will greatly improve that as well. But think it through. Think of what your best self is. And you want to write down as many as possible. Again, here's a chart. This kind of shows you a bunch of ideas that you can use, as well as some special occasions to use as little time markers. So let's say in 3 months it's summertime and you really want that beach body, then you can feel motivated. Know that you're only doing this, you're going 100% intensity for 3 months and then dropping it back down to 80%. The next thing is time. How long is this going to take you? Is this a lifelong goal for you? Is this something you're getting married in 6 months and you want to be in your best shape ever? So understand how long this will take you. Do some research and see with your type of body, your type of exercise regime, and what kind of diet is best put together to get you to that goal. In the workbook, I give you a couple of examples for for how long it should take. So weight loss, you'll probably start seeing changes in 4 to 6 weeks. In muscle mass, you'll probably start noticing changes 8 to 12 weeks. Whereas health could be upwards of 3 months before you start lowering your numbers, your cholesterol and blood pressure, resting heart rate, right? So understand how long you want to be doing this for. Understand how long it's going to take you to reach a goal. And then if that goal is, say, a year, right, to lose 20 pounds, break that down. So how much is it per month? How much is it per week? How much is it per day? So that you can set these smaller markers. If you fall off the wagon for upwards of 2 weeks, and this is a year-long goal, you don't want to just give up and be like, oh, it's been 2 weeks. Instead, have it where every day, so that if one day you fail, it's okay, because then the next day you're back on track. And eventually, you're going to start balancing this out so that you have more positive days than negative days. And then once you hit that 80-20 lifestyle, you'll notice that you're exactly where you want to be. So go back through the workbook, take a look at all the pages, go through them, and write down everything you can think of.